So hello everyone, very good afternoon to all of you. Just confirm it once whether my voice and videos are clear or not. Then we will start the session. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you. All right. So guys, before starting, let me introduce myself. So I am Yashovardhan Mishra and I have been in the teaching field for the past 8 years, right? And regarding the exams, so I have given 2 UPSC mains and I have also given 2 state pieces interview, one of Uttar Pradesh and one of Madhya Pradesh also. Okay. And I've been in the teaching field for the past 8 years. I've been taking different subjects, right? And I've joined Olive Board last year. So from today, I'll be taking your RBI Grade B Phase 1 classes, right? Now we have planned certain sections, right? So this session is basically about the national and the international news, and we are going to cover all the important national and international news from your exam point of view for the duration of May 2025 till September 2025. That is the strategy, that is the session all about. Now before starting the session, let me tell you about the approach. Okay, see, in one news there are many aspects, you have to cover multiple points, but in the exam 1 or 2 facts are more than enough for you to solve the MCQ. That is the thing. Very good afternoon, Sudarshan. So is it necessary for all of us to read the entire thing, or few points are important, few keywords are important for all of us to solve the MCQ? I believe you all are preparing for quite a long time. Now it is clear to you now that only few facts are required for me to solve the MCQ in the exam. That is called the smart way of learning. So in today's session, I'll be telling you that first of all, we'll see the news and then we'll be focusing on the keywords so that you can make your short notes. Otherwise, if you read so many information, so many news, and if you're not consolidating things, consolidation means what? Let's say you have read about, let's say 2000 news. Will you be able to remember all the 2000 news? That would be very difficult. But yes, if you have made it, if you have converted it into short notes, 2-3 keywords related short notes, then it would be easy for you to recall it at the exam. Okay, so that should be our strategy. All right, so I'll be telling you how to make the short notes also together. Very good afternoon, John. So let's start without wasting any time because we have to cover a lot of news, Anna. So let's start it. And if you have any kind of doubt, do let me know in the comment box. I would be happy to resolve it. Okay. So we'll be starting with the international news. First news is India hosted the second BIMSTEC Young Leaders Summit in Guwahati, Assam. Now see again, this is a current affairs, but is this news enough that we just read that okay, the BIMSTEC Young Leader Summit was happened in Guwahati? That is the current fact. But is it enough for us? No, we have to relate it with our static thing also. You should know few facts about BIMSTEC also. They can ask you in the exam. That is known as current static linkage. We have to cover it. Then only we can do a 360-degree coverage for a news. So we will be doing it simultaneously. All right. Acha, those of you who are for the first time watching me, my Telegram channel is GA by Yash Sir. Okay. This is my Telegram channel. You can join it. I'll be sharing the PDF of this class in the Telegram channel only. So you can download it from there. All right. So now, what is BIMSTEC all about? BIMSTEC is basically Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. That is the full form. But in simple terms, it is a regional organization, right? And it is basically the group of countries, okay, surrounding the Bay of Bengal region, right? Let's say this is the map of India. So currently surrounding the Bay of Bengal region, okay, some countries are part of this. Now, one very important thing is that BIMSTEC is also known as the bridge between the SAARC and the ASEAN nations. See, SAARC is now it is inactive. No sessions till 2014. So BIMSTEC is acting as a bridge between the SAARC nation and the ASEAN nations. Okay, how many countries are there in BIMSTEC? There are 7 countries. Now let me tell you how to remember it. The short trick is BBINMST. Bubbin must. That is the way how I recall the BIMSTEC countries. Okay, so that is B for Bangladesh, B for Bhutan, I for India, N for Nepal, M for Myanmar, S for Sri Lanka, and T for Thailand. Right? So that is BIMSTEC. So these, and what is the headquarter of BIMSTEC? It is Dhaka. Where, in which year it was found? It was found in the year 1997. So this is the static stuff about this particular news. Okay. Now let's see the news. So the BIMSTEC Young Leader Summit. What was the venue? Venue was Guwahati. Okay. Guwahati, Assam. Right. Who was the organizer? Ministry of External Affairs. Right. Now this entire participation, I have also already mentioned, there are 7 nations of the BIMSTEC. Okay. And what was the focus of this entire meeting? The focus was basically to promote entrepreneurship and startups. And also, as part of India's foreign policy, which includes initiatives like Neighborhood First, Act East, and Mahasagar Vision. So it is also aligning with this particular motive of the India's foreign policy. So from the current point of view, you just have to remember the venue, okay, and the focus of the meeting, that is on entrepreneurship and startups. So how many keywords you have to remember? First of all, one venue and the focus area. And rest what you have to remember is about the static part, that is BIMSTEC. Okay, so you can make a short note like this. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no in the comment box if you are following how we are proceeding with the current affair facts. Can you write yes, no in the comment box or give a thumbs up if you have understood? Then we'll move on to the next news. See, I'm again focusing only on the keywords, right? See, this entire thing consolidated into 2 keywords. Got it? Chal, very good. Next is India re-elected to CA and POC of Universal Postal Union for 25-28. We will talk about what is CA and POC. First understand what is Universal Postal Union. So again, it is a specialized agency of United Nations. Okay, specialized agency of United Nations. Now what is the purpose of this? Purpose of Universal Postal Union is basically to create a network. Okay, the purpose is to create a standardized international postal services. Okay, what should be a standard letter size, what should be the postal charges, what should be the address system, everything is decided by the Universal Postal Union. Is it clear? So things like money order, things like remittances, everything is facilitated by Universal Postal Union. So you should know some few facts about, yeah, very good, Atiti. So few facts you should remember that it was established in the year 1874. Okay, headquarter is where? Headquarter is Bern, Switzerland, right? And how many countries are there? So as of now, there are 192 countries. Is India a member of Universal Postal Union? Yes, India is also a member of Universal Postal Union. India joined it in 1876. It is one of the founding members. Okay, so remember this thing, right? Now, what is this CA and POC? So understand this thing, that Universal Postal Union, it has a structure. It is a body and it has different structure. One part is the Universal Postal Union Congress. It is nothing but a meeting which is happening every 4 years. Second is the Council of Administrators, CA. What is this Council of Administrators do? It basically supervises the entire activities happening in the Universal Postal Union. Activity supervision. The third part is POC. POC means Postal Operations Council. Okay. Now what it looks after? It look after the entire technical aspect. Okay. The supervisory part is taken care by Council of Administrators, and the technical aspect is taken care by Postal Operations Council. Okay. And one more part is its International Bureau. International Bureau. 4 parts are there in the Universal Postal Union. Got it? Chalo. Now let's see the current news. News is basically India was re-elected to both Postal Operation Council and Council of Administrator of Universal Postal Union. So what is the keyword here? India re-elected for CA and POC. First thing. Okay. Where this Congress held, the conference was held in Dubai, UAE. Right. Second keyword. Now, what is the key highlights of this Congress? Basically, they were focusing on digital transformation and the postal services. You don't have to remember this thing. Okay, just remember what was the news, where was this Congress held. All right. So please remember this thing. And India is a UPU member since 1876. So two keywords only from this entire news. Two keywords. See, that is the way. See, if I won't be able to tell you that the two words are important, you would be reading the entire stuff, and then you would be overloading yourself, overloading your brain with so many facts. Okay, but now things are getting simple. I have to remember this thing, these two things from current aspects, and this thing from the static aspect. Got it? Chal. Now let's increase our pace. I believe you have understood our approach, how we are proceeding. Now let's increase our speed. So next news is India and Mexico signed MOU to boost bilateral trade and investment. Now in this year you must have heard of different trade deal of India. The very famous being India and UK trade agreement, the CETA agreement. We will be reading about this in the upcoming slides. But one more trade deal was with Mexico also. So why suddenly India is collaborating with Mexico? Due to the worsening relationship between India and US, India wants to diversify its market. You should know that the biggest export partner of India is United States of America. We are exporting maximum the high value things to United States of America. But since due to the increase in the trade tariff, we want to diversify our market, and Mexico is one such country. Mexico is just below United States of America. So let's see the news. So who are the countries involved? India and Mexico. Right? They have signed a MOU to boost bilateral trade. Okay. What is the investment value? Around 1200 million US dollar. Right? And what are the areas? What are the areas? So areas are basically automobiles, aerospace, agriculture, and medical devices. Right? And why they are doing this? Because Mexico can serve as a bridge between India, USA, and Canada. And there is a trade association known as the NAFTA, North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement. Okay, so it is part of the NAFTA also. Got it? So this is the thing which you have to remember. So can you please pace up a little? Definitely. See, this is the first time I am teaching you, na? That's why you want to start slow. We'll increase our pace, right? So these are the things which you have to remember. These are the keywords or your short notes. Got it? Chalo. Let's start. Next one. India and Norway hold inaugural maritime security, disarmament, and non-proliferation dialogue in Oslo. Oslo is the capital of Norway. Now, what does disarmament means? Basically, reduction or elimination of existing use of weapons, especially weapons of mass destruction, like chemical weapon, nuclear weapon also, right? Non-proliferation means what? Preventing the spread of weapons, especially the nuclear weapons. That is non-proliferation. And there is a treaty for that, that is the NPT treaty, Non-Proliferation Treaty of 1968. And this treaty particularly prevents the spread of nuclear weapons, promotes peaceful use of nuclear weapons and nuclear energy. There is one more treaty, that is CTBT, Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. This is of 1996. Okay. And third, one more convention is Chemical Weapon Convention of 1993. This discourages the use of chemical weapons. So please remember these three treaties regarding the weapons, okay, especially the nuclear weapon: NPT, CTBT, and Chemical Weapons Convention. And please remember the date. They can ask you to arrange it in the ascending order. Okay. Now let's see the news. Yes. See, after the Pokhran, na, all these treaties started to come. Then one more convention is there, Biological Weapon Convention, right? So please remember this thing. Now, apart from this, you have to remember one more treaty. That is, the name of that treaty is Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. Treaty on prohibition of nuclear weapon. It is of 2017. Now this is the first legally binding treaty to ban nuclear weapons. And one very interesting thing is India is not a signatory of this 2017 treaty. Okay, so at least you should remember this name, Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapon 2017, and India is not a member. Now let's come to the current affairs. So India and Oslo, or you can mention Norway, right? They have held a dialogue for nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation, right? What is the purpose? The focus area of this dialogue is to promote what? Maritime safety and UNCLOS. UNCLOS is what? United Nations Convention of Law of Seas. Okay, right? So overall purpose is what? Maritime safety. Got it? Please remember this thing. The country involved is India, US, India and Norway. Non-proliferation and disarmament, and the objective is maritime safety. Three things you have to remember. Right? Very good. Very good. Chal. Next is the 44th SCO-RATS meeting held in Kyrgyzstan. Now there are two terms. One is SCO, one is RATS. Yes, US is not in UNCLOS. See, US is not in any important thing. USA has boycotted WHO. US has boycotted UNESCO, right? So USA is not into anything. Now understand this thing. Here two terms are there: SCO and RATS. SCO is what? Shanghai Cooperation Organization, right? So what is SCO? At least you should know few facts. Static fact that it was formed in the year 1996, right? And it became SCO. Earlier it was known as Shanghai 5 in 1996. It became SCO in 2001. Its headquarters is in Beijing, right? And it has 10 full-time members. Who are the 10 members? You should know some countries. Okay, China is there, Russia is there, India is there, Pakistan, the Central Asian countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and recently Iran and Belarus. Belarus is recently the recent country to join the SCO. Okay, so please remember this static stuff. Now, what is RATS? So SCO has one permanent body known as RATS. RATS is basically regional anti-terror structure. Okay, it is a permanent body of SCO. It is a part of SCO, right? And it was formed in the year 2004, right? And what is the headquarter of RATS? Its headquarter is Tashkent, Uzbekistan. SCO's headquarter is Beijing, but RATS headquarter is Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Okay, please remember this thing. And it basically focuses on what? Anti-terror operations, sharing intelligence amongst the country, all these things. Okay, chalo. So what is important for your exam point of view from this current affairs? The SCO-RATS summit or the meeting, where it held? It was held in Kyrgyzstan, right? And in this meeting, there one declaration they have accepted, that is the Tianjin Declaration, right? It is related with basically to restrict the terror movement. So it is basically, remember, it is anti-terror movement. Got it? Now the next chairmanship will be given to Pakistan. Okay, next chair. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 words you have to remember from this entire news. Got it? Chalo. Next is India and Israel signed bilateral investment treaty to boost investment. So right now we have read about Mexico and India, and now India and Israel. FATF is basically Financial Action Task Force. It is mostly about the anti-money laundering and terror financing. Okay, but in RATS it is not only the money involved, but it is also about the actual groups boycotting them. Okay, and strategizing and creating a new procedure to stop terror. So it is more comprehensive. Okay, chalo. FATF is more concerned with terror financing. Got it, Yuvraj? Chalo. So who are the countries involved? India and Israel. What they have done? They have signed a bilateral investment treaty. Now Israel is the first country of OECD. OECD is what? It is a group, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, right? It is the first country from the OECD to have a bilateral investment treaty with India. Now, what is the trade value and trade deal they have done? So it is investment would be India's investment in Israel would be 443 million US dollar, right? And the total trade would be bilateral trade would be 3.9 billion dollar. Just remember 3.9 billion dollar, that is more than enough. Okay, India Israel bilateral investment treaty of 3.9 billion dollar. Three things you have to remember. Next is UNESCO removes 3 African sites from World Heritage List in danger list. It means this news shows what? That yes, we are doing conservation. Okay. Now, what is this World Heritage List? So, this World Heritage List, it is maintained by whom? It is maintained by UNESCO. Okay. There is a convention called World Heritage Convention, World Heritage Convention of 1972. It is under this thing only. This entire list is created under this particular convention. So as of now, there are total 1,248 sites under the World Heritage List, right? And from India, how many sites are there? From India, there are total 44 sites which are in the World Heritage Site List. Got it? Now there is a bifurcation you should know. 36 are from cultural category. 36 sites are from cultural category. 7 are from natural category, and 1 is from mixed. And one mixed is what? The Kanchenjunga National Park from Sikkim. Okay. So please remember this thing. At least the India data you should know, right? Chal. So which are the 3 sites which have been removed from this World Heritage Danger List? First is the rainforest of Atisnana, which is in Madagascar. Abu Mena, it is in Egypt, and old town of Gadames, it is in Libya. At least you should remember these 3 names which have been removed. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. One important thing you have to remember is what? The World Heritage Convention, where it held, the 47th session held in Paris, which is the headquarter of UNESCO. Okay. So World Heritage Convention, it held in Paris. 3 sites removed. Which are the 3 sites? At least you should know this. And these 3 are in Africa. Yes. From India, yes, Maratha fort is added. We will come to this. We'll be covering in the upcoming slides. Don't worry. Next is the 17th BRICS Summit held from July 6 to 7th in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Now, let's talk about BRICS. So, BRICS was formed in the year 2009. Few static part, okay. South Africa joined in 2010. Earlier it was known as BRIC. In 2010, South Africa joined, right? Now, as of 2025, how many members are there? Tell me in the comment box. How many members are there in BRICS? Tell me. Total 10 countries. 10 countries are there. Yes, not 11, 10 are there. Okay. Saudi Arabia is not right now in the list. Please remember. Okay, the 5 BRICS nations, these are the 5 things. And the other 5s are Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, UAE, and Indonesia. The latest one to join is Indonesia in 2025. So 5 this and 5 this, total 10 countries, right? Please remember this thing. Yes. And what is the name of the BRICS Bank? Can anyone tell me? What is the name of the BRICS Bank? We'll be covering one news also related with New Development Bank, okay? Yes, NDB. And its headquarters is in Shanghai. Please don't forget. Chalo. So the 17th BRICS Summit, where it happened? See, acha, few news now we will also be covering in the summits and agreements, because many news are overlapping also, okay? So it is a good thing, right? So it held in Rio, Brazil. Venue is important. Now, what was the theme? You should remember, at least remember Global South Cooperation. Global South Cooperation, right? And what important thing happened during this meeting? Indonesia became the first South Asian country to join it, and India has asked to host COP 33 of 2028, right? And one important initiative was VWISE. VWISE. It is basically focusing on women in the STEM vertical. STEM means science, technology, and engineering, right? So VWISE initiative, it has been started in the meeting. So 1, 2, 3 things you have to remember. Got it? Chalo, very good. Very good. I hope it is clear. Hai na? See, we only want to focus on keywords so that you can solve the MCQs. Otherwise, there are so many things in one news, you would be overloaded with the fact. Next is Bulgaria becomes 21st member to adopt Euro after EU green light. So basically, Bulgaria has now become the part of the Eurozone. Okay, Eurozone is basically the group of country where the currency, official currency is Euro. Now, before this, at least you should know about European Union, right? It is a political and economic union. Please remember this thing, right? And it was formed in the year 1993 through Maastricht Treaty, the Treaty of Maastricht. Okay, please remember this thing. And as of now, there are 27 countries which are the part of EU. Earlier, Britain was there, but Britain has exited European Union. That's why the term Brexit. Okay, so please remember this thing. And it has different structure. One is European Commission, European Parliament, European Council, then Justice of EU. These are the things. And this EU, all the countries of the EU, they have a common currency known as Euro. Okay. And out of this 27 countries, right now 20 countries are using Euro. Not every country is using. 20 countries out of the 27 countries are the part of the Eurozone. Eurozone means countries who have one common currency, that is Euro. Is it clear? Please remember this thing. Now let's see the news. So which country has latest adopted the Euro currency? That is Bulgaria. Bulgaria latest to join Eurozone. Okay. Earlier the currency of Bulgaria was Bulgarian lev. Okay. So please remember this thing. Okay. Chalo. Now Euro was introduced in the year 2002 and this is the second most used global currency. Before Bulgaria, it was Croatia, to join the Eurozone. So just remember the name of the country, that is important for your exam. Okay, chalo. Next is Colombia and Uzbekistan joins BRICS Bank, New Development Bank as the new member. So just like BRICS, so the parent body is BRICS, it has its own bank, the name of the bank is New Development Bank. Okay, is it clear? Now, what is the headquarter of New Development Bank? It is Shanghai. Okay, and it was formed in the year 2015. How many members are there? Can anyone tell me? How many members are there of the New Development Bank? So Bangladesh, UAE, Egypt, Uruguay, Algeria, Colombia, 11 members. Yes, 11 members are there of New Development Bank, right? Chalo. And the latest to join is Colombia and Uzbekistan to join the New Development Bank, right? One important thing is the static part of the NDB. You should know about this thing. Okay, chalo. Rest you don't have to remember. Just remember the latest country to join NDB. Got it? So these are some static stuff about NDB. Just remember this thing. 11 member. That is very important. Now again, NDB. Why NDB was created? See, right now the West, okay, especially the USA and its bank known as the World Bank and the IMF, they are the dominated. बोलते ना, these are the most dominating bank in the entire earth, and they are sponsoring everything. They are providing money to each and every aspect. So in order to counter the Western influence, the Eastern countries, especially the BRICS nation, Brazil, Russia, India, okay, they want to create its own bank, and further they want to create their own currency. Okay, and for this NDB is there to counter the IMF and the World Bank, right? We don't know when the new currency they will start, but yes, it is, the purpose is to counter the West. Now next news is Ghana launched climate resilient wheat initiative in collaboration with India. Now again, nothing static here. Just remember, first of all, Ghana plus India. Just remember this formula, new rice variety. Okay, They can ask you the question that India has recently collaborated with which country to create a new climate resilient wheat. Okay, so it is Ghana. Got it? And what is the name of the wheat variety? Wheat Pride 99. Okay, Wheat Pride 99. So one formula and this second keyword you have to remember, that is more than enough. Chalo. Next is first ASEAN-India cruise dialogue inaugurated in Chennai to boost maritime ties. Now see, this news is not such important. The important thing is what? The grouping, the international organization, the regional organization, that is ASEAN. So when was ASEAN founded? It was founded in the year 1967 through Bangkok Declaration. Headquarter is where? Headquarter is Jakarta, Indonesia. Acha, can anyone tell me what is the new name of Indonesia's capital? Chalo, that is your homework. And there are 10 countries of ASEAN. How to remember this thing? So let me tell you my mnemonic: BPL, TV, MIM, CS. Okay, so these are the countries. Yes, Nusantara, very good, very good. Okay, chalo. Again, ASEAN is part of the India's foreign policy. One pillar of India's foreign policy is Act East. Earlier it was known as Look East policy, but now it is known as the Act East policy. Okay, chalo. Now let's see the news. So ASEAN-India cruise dialogue. Okay, so this was the name of the event. So first keyword is this. Second is the venue where it was happened. Okay, now again this is the part of a broader initiative that is known as the Sagarmala initiative. I believe you all have heard of this name, the name Sagarmala. Sagarmala is basically what? Port led development. Okay, this is India, these are the various ports of India. You will tell me how many international ports of India are there. How many international ports of India are there, right? You are going to tell me. So again, to promote sustainable tourism, maritime collaboration between India and the ASEAN nations, ASEAN-India cruise dialogue was held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. 3-4 things you have to remember. Got it? Rest you don't have to remember how many cruise passenger, everything. That is not required. Chalo. Next is Uttar Pradesh Salkhan Fossil Park added to the UNESCO tentative list of World Heritage Site. So it again a very factual news, and we are not going into detail. Just remember the name. First keyword is the Salkhan Fossil Park. Where it is located? It is in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, there is a Sonbhadra district in Uttar Pradesh. This Salkhan fossil is located there, and it has been added into what? The tentative list of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Right? And this fossil park is it consists of different types of sediments which are more than 1.4 billion year old. Got it? So just remember this name Salkhan Fossil Park. Rest you don't have to remember. Acha, one more thing. There are 63 sites on the UNESCO tentative list. That is not important. What is important? How many are in the World Heritage Site? 44. Okay. So World Heritage List, 44 sites are there. 63 are in the tentative list. Tentative list, they can become the part of the main list. Okay. Chal. Next, very important news, the 22nd SCO Defense Minister meeting held in Qingdao, China. So you can see here, our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh also participated. Alright. So again, SCO I have already told you. So let's see the theme of this meeting. So first of all, SCO Defense Minister meeting, where it was held. So the headquarter again, Qingdao, China. The meeting was held. What was the theme? The theme was SCO on the move. Okay. So please remember this thing. Rest you don't have to remember. Okay. Chal. Again, only focus on what I'm writing here. Otherwise, if you start reading everything, you're just overburdening your brain. Don't do that. Next is India and UK signed the CETA to boost bilateral trade. So this is the agreement of the year. Why? Because see, India and UK, they were planning for a free trade agreement for quite a long time, and it was not getting matured. But now it is finally settled. They have started this CETA agreement, Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement. Okay. So what are the important stuff of this agreement you should know? Then we'll come to the main thing. Okay. First of all, they are going to reduce the tariff up to 90%. Okay, remember this thing. This import of especially the scotch and whiskey and gin, they are going to fall down. Right now it is 150% tariff on these items, and then they are going to reduce to 40%. Similarly, the car brands like your Land Rover, Defender, everything, they're going to get very cheap very now. Right now, Defender is around 1 CR. You will be getting in 30-40 lakhs. Okay. So please remember this thing. Also, the main aspect, there is one more thing for a part of social security, that is double contribution convention. Please remember this term. It is part of this trade deal. So basically this trade agreement, this part, double contribution convention, what does this signify? So basically it includes exempting the Indians, those who are working in UK, from dual social security contribution. Okay, they are earlier they were paying both in UK as well as India. Now it has been removed. Okay, so please remember this thing and remember the name CETA. So the name of the agreement between India and UK is the CETA agreement. Okay, and the target of this bilateral trade is what? To double from $56 billion to $112 billion. 56 to $112 billion by the year 2030. Okay, these are the few things. Also, removal of double contribution convention. Please remember this thing, it has also been removed. Now guys, can you tell me what is the significance of the year 2047? Tell me, how many of you know? How many of you know what is the significance of the year 2047? India wants to become a developed nation by the year 2037. The title of Viksit Bharat. Please remember these things, है ना? Chalo. Next is USA announces withdrawal from UNESCO. Right? So again, UNESCO is also one of the specialized agency of United Nations. Okay, and UNESCO was established when? In the year 1945. Headquarter is Paris. And what is the motto of UNESCO? Building peace in minds of men and women. There are 194 members as of now, right? So let's see the news. So just remember which is the latest country to withdraw from UNESCO, that is USA. See, it is not for the first time USA has exited. This is the third such exit. Earlier, USA has withdrew it in 1984 when Ronald Reagan was the president. Then later they rejoined in 2003 when George Bush was there, and then exited again in 2017 under the Trump, and then again joined in 2023 when Joe Biden was president. Now again they have exited. So this is the third exit. Okay, so just remember USA has exited, right? Chal. Next is Switzerland completes ratification of India-EFTA trade agreement. What is EFTA? EFTA is European Free Trade Agreement. Okay, and it was established in the year 1960. How many members are there? There are 4 countries. Who are those? Who are these 4 countries? Iceland, Liechtenstein. Okay, please ignore my handwriting, and spelling also. Norway and Switzerland. Right, these are the 4 countries of European Free Trade Agreement. Right. See, these are all high income countries, but their economy is very small. Got it? So Switzerland has ratified this Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement under the EFTA, right? So please remember this thing. Also, the static fact you have to remember. One more important thing is the amount that they want to invest around $100 billion over the next 15 years. 2 things you have to remember: the country, EFTA static part, and which country has recently ratified. So Switzerland. Yeah, chalo. Next is World Heritage Committee. They have inscribed 26 new sites on UNESCO World Heritage List during its 47th committee. Again, the news of the similar meeting we have earlier covered, the World Heritage Convention. Okay, the meeting was held where? In Paris. Okay, so Paris, first keyword you have to remember about the World Heritage Session. 26 now new sites have been added, and now there are 1248 sites in total. So if you can remember, please remember this particular data about World Heritage Convention. What is the new site from India which has been added? The 44th site to be added in the World Heritage list is the Maratha military landscapes. Now this is very, very important. Please remember this thing. Rest you don't have to remember. So if I want to make a short note, how would I be making? So just like this, World Heritage Convention meeting, venue was Paris, total 1248 now. From India, Maratha military landscape as the 44th entry. Okay, so and part of UNESCO. So like this, you can make your short notes. Try to make it a little bit creative so that at the end, you won't be reading the linear things, line by line. Try to elaborate. Try to make it visually more appealing. Next is India co-chairs United Nations Group of Friends meeting against the crimes against the peacekeeper. What is this group of friends? So it is basically an informal group of the member of the United Nations. It is not a official organ of United Nations. Please remember this thing. Okay. So India has co-chaired this high-level group of friends meeting, right? Where the venue, please remember, in New York, which is the headquarters of United Nations. Clear? Who are the co-chairs alongside with India? It was Bangladesh, Egypt, France, Morocco, and Nepal. Got it? Now, what was the discussion about? Discussion was about legal accountability and international cooperation to end the crime against peacekeepers. This was the focus area. What has happened? India has co-chaired the group of friends meeting. Purpose was to focus on legal accountability and international. And what is this group of friends? It is a informal and voluntary group, not a formal part of United Nations. Just remember this thing. Now let's speed up the session, guys. The 8th session of Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction held in Switzerland. So what is this Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction? First of all, understand this thing. It was formed in the year 2007. Okay, and they conduct meeting every 2 years, right? And it is again, the objective is what? The basically to discuss the Sendai framework. Sendai framework. Please remember this framework, guys. It is related with what? Disaster reduction. Okay, disaster management. Please remember this thing. So the meeting was held where? The meeting of GPDRR, the meeting held in Geneva. Okay, theme was every day counts, right? And during this, our Indian representative, who is Mrityunjay Mohapatra, he has won the Sasakawa Award. Sasakawa Award is basically given for disaster risk reduction work. And Mr. Mrityunjay Mohapatra, MM, he is the Director General of Indian Meteorological Department. He is also known as the Cyclone Man of India for his important work in cyclone forecasting and risk mitigation. So please remember this thing also, Mrityunjay Mohapatra. Okay, chalo. Next is India wins presidency of IIAS. What is IIAS? International Institute of Administrative Sciences. So first of all, remember it was founded in the year 1930. Headquarters is Brussels, Belgium. What is the purpose? The purpose is basically how to improve public administration and government. How should a civil servant should work? How they can be made more efficient and they should not do corruption. They are going to talk about this thing. So India is now the chairperson of the IIAS. So just remember India, presidency of IIAS, okay, for reforming or for administrative reforms, right? So please remember this thing. And India has been the part of IIAS since 1988. So this is the short notes for this entire thing. Okay, chal. And who is the president? Who will be representing India is Mr. V. Srinivas. Please remember the name. The presidency of IIAS. Next news is United Nations General Assembly elected 5 countries as non-permanent member of United Nations Security Council. So how many permanent member of United Nations Security Councils are there? Can anyone tell me in the comment box? How many members are there? The permanent members of United Nations Security Council. How many members are there, guys? Yes, 5. What is the short form? Curfew. Okay. Now you can China, Russia, France, UK, US. Okay. So please remember this thing. But United Nations General Assembly, it has total 193 members. Okay. It was founded in the year 1945 when United Nations was established. Okay. So this election was there, and in this, please remember the name of the countries: Bahrain, Colombia, DRC, Congo, Latvia, and Liberia. 5 countries, okay, has been added as non-permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, and they have replaced these 5 countries. Okay. Now, can you tell me who is the President of United Nations General Assembly? Can anyone tell me who is the new chairperson of the United Nations General Assembly recently elected? She is from Germany. Let me tell you this. Annalena Baerbock. A. Baerbock is the name of the new General Assembly president. Please remember this thing. Okay. Chalo. Next is Netherlands hosted the NATO summit from June 24 to 25th. So let's talk about NATO. NATO was established in the year 1949. Okay. Headquarter again, Brussels, Belgium. Right? How many members? 32 members are there. Latest member to join is Sweden. Right? So these are the few static facts. Okay. And one very important part of NATO is Article number 5 of NATO, which talk about collective defense, which is actually happening in the recent Russia-Ukraine war. Every other European nation is supporting Ukraine by providing arms and ammunition. So the NATO summit, where it happened? It happened in Netherlands. Right? Please remember the venue, that is more than sufficient. Okay. Chalo. The rest you don't have to remember. Next is United Nations launched the UNAT initiative to reform global governance. Now, what is this UNAT initiative? It is basically, first of all, understand who is the Secretary General of United Nations. Secretary General of United Nations is Mr. Antonio Guterres. Okay. So the 80th anniversary of United Nations was there, UNAT, that's why we call it, and they are basically talking about more responsive governance. Okay. So just remember this thing, how to incorporate AI, how to improve governance, right? So they are going to talk about this thing only. So 3 things you have to remember. Okay. Chalo. So 80th anniversary celebrated by Secretary General Antonio Guterres. First keyword, right? Focus area was what? Structural reforms, use of AI, everything. Okay. So 3 things you have to remember. That's it. See, static parts become more important in these kind of news. These news as such is not so important, but the static part related with this is more important. Chalo. Next is Government of India launched Operation Sindhu to evacuate national from conflict at Iran. So recently, Iran and Israel was in conflict. So India has launched, just remember the name, Operation Sindhu. Please don't confuse it with Operation Sindoor. Sindoor was different, India-Pakistan thing. India-Iran thing was Operation Sindhu. Basically evacuating the Indians from Iran. Right? So just remember the name, Operation Sindhu. That is more than enough. Okay? Chal. Next is the 51st G7 summit held in Alberta, Canada. What is G7? When it was formed, it was established in the year 1975. At that time, there was only 6 countries. That time G6 was there. Okay. It became G7 when Canada joined. Right. So please remember this thing. Which countries are the members? So Canada is there, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK, US and EU. Okay. the Great Seven. All right. So it is not, EU is not a member. It has participated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 countries are there, and they're basically talk about the global economic policy. Okay, it is more of a economic group. So what is the venue for the G7 summit? Canada, right? And who is the president of presidency for the G7? Who was the representative? The Prime Minister Mark Carney. Please remember the name, Mr. Mark Carney. This is also important, right? That's it. No need to go in depth. They're not going to ask you. Next is third United Nations Ocean Conference happened in Nice, France. So again, venue becomes very important. So name of the conference, United Nations Ocean Conference. What was the venue? Venue was Nice, France. Okay. And during this session, Blue NDC challenge was accepted. Okay. Brazil and France, they have launched the Blue NDC challenge. Blue NDC. What this is about? Basically, again, maritime safety and ocean conservation, right? So please remember this thing, the Blue NDC launched by Brazil and France. 3 things you have to remember. Okay, guys, chalo. Next, one more news is Vietnam joins BRICS as the 10th partner country, not the full-time country. The full-time country, the 10th full-time country is Indonesia. Vietnam joined it as partner country. Please remember. Okay. So just remember the name Vietnam, 10th partner country of BRICS. Okay. And who are the other 9? Just if you can remember this name, this is also good if you can remember it. I'm not forcing. If you can remember it, please go through this. All right, chalo. Next is United Nations General Assembly declares the year 2026 as the International Year of Women Farmer. Very factual news. Just remember the name. Okay, the year 2026 is the International Year of Women Farmers. Why they have done this? Because 60 to 80% of the global food production, the woman has been an important contributor. Okay, and India, around 80% of this economically active women work in agriculture. But out of this 80%, only 40% are actual landowners. They are agricultural peasants. Okay, so what you have to remember? Just remember the year 2026. One thing. All right, chalo. Now let's talk about the national news. So this is more easy. In international news, there were so many things to explain. Here, the things are less important. Chalo. 9th edition of Swachhata Hi Seva campaign kicked off nationwide. Now, is this news important, or you should talk about the Swachh Bharat mission? So basically, Swachhata Hi Seva is basically it is what? It is a nationwide cleanliness campaign. Okay, why we celebrate it? See, it basically starts on 15th of September and it goes till 2nd of October. Why? Because on 2nd of October, Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated. And to promote people, to encourage community participation in cleanliness, and to organize this Swachhata Hi Seva campaign as a Jan Andolan, people's movement, we start this Swachhata Hi Seva campaign. Okay? So please remember this thing. Now let's talk about the Swachh Bharat mission. Swachh Bharat mission. This Swachhata Hi Seva is a part of this Swachh Bharat mission. So Swachh Bharat mission started on 2nd October 2014. Okay? Why? Because at that time it was our target was to achieve Clean India by the year 2019. It has 2 components, Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin and Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. Gramin is taken care by which ministry? Ministry of Jal Shakti. Urban by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Mohupa. Okay. Now, there are certain achievements which you should know, right? See, at that time, our target was open desertification free status. But Swachh Bharat 2.0 has been launched. Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0. It is from 2021 till 2026, and here we want to achieve the status of ODF plus. What is ODF plus? ODF plus means we should be clean, we should be ODF, but along with that we are also focusing on what? Solid waste management. Then will become ODF plus. Okay, chalo. So Swachhata Hi Seva campaign has been started from 17th September. Okay, Ministry of Jal Shakti and Ministry of Housing Affairs, both ministries are involved. Okay, so just two things you have to remember. Here the most important thing is the static scheme, that is the Swachh Bharat mission. Okay, how many crore toilets have been created under Swachh Bharat mission? That is your homework. Okay, chal. Next is Gyan Bharatam International Conference held in New Delhi. Gyan Bharatam mission and portal launch. Now we have to know about the Gyan Bharatam mission. What this Gyan Bharatam mission is all about. Okay. So first of all, it was launched in this year budget, the year 25-26. This mission was launched. The objective was what? To preserve the manuscript, to preserve the India's traditional and knowledge-based manuscript. We want to create a digitized version of all these manuscripts. Okay, and this mission is basically a part of or the extension of National Mission for Manuscript. National Mission for Manuscript, it was basically launched in the year 2003. So this Gyan Bharatam mission is a extension of this. And government has provided an outlay of 482 crore rupees for Gyan Bharatam mission. Okay, so these are the things which you should remember. Alright, yes, no in the comment section, guys. Chalo. So Gyan Bharatam International Conference, it was held in New Delhi. Alright. Now the purpose of Gyan Bharatam mission I have already told you, to preserve the India's manuscript heritage by digitizing it. Okay. So just remember this thing. Okay. Chalo. Here the static thing is more important, not the current news. Next is Ministry of Tribal Affairs launches beta version of Adi Sanskriti. What is Adi Sanskriti? It is a digital platform for tribal art. Again, tribal art conservation. Okay. So what is the name? So again, there was this Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan. Under this, a digital platform named Adi Sanskriti has been launched. First keyword. What is Adi Sanskriti? It is a digital platform for tribal art form. Second keyword. The organizer, or it is launched by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Okay. So please remember this thing. And this platform will have certain component. One is Adi Vishwavidyalaya. This is a digital tribal art academy. There will be courses. They will teach how to do this art so that it passes on to the next generation. Then Adi Sampada, it is basically the collection of more than 5,000 tribal documents. And the third aspect is Adi Heart. It is basically the online tribal marketplace. So three parts are there. So just remember this thing. All right. And they want to launch what? India's first tribal digital university. That is the target. So remember Adi Sanskriti. It is the digital platform for tribal art forms. Just remember the name. Next is PM Narendra Modi inaugurated SEMICON India in New Delhi and unveils Vikram 32 microprocessor. So they can ask you the question that Vikram 32 recently seen in news in this for XYZ conference, right? In this XYZ conference, it is what? It is a microprocessor, it is a new ballistic missile. Like this, they can give you the option. Okay? Chal. What Piyush, what are you asking? Need diff means? What is need diff? In this news? Anyways, now what we have to remember, what static thing you are you want to read, that is the India's semiconductor mission. India's semiconductor mission. See, again, the purpose of this mission is what? First of all, understand the ministry involved is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And the purpose is to create an entire ecosystem of semiconductor in India. And this mission was launched in the year 2021. The outlay of this mission is 76,000 crore rupees, right? And through this, we want to create a semiconductor manufacturing, display fabrication, design, everything in India. Okay. And we want to promote India as a global hub of electronic manufacturing. Right now, it is what? It is China. Okay. So please remember this thing. Also, Tata Electronics has started this thing. Tata has created an entire assembly unit in Assam also. Got it? So please remember thing. Now, what is the current part you have to remember? The current part is the name of the microprocessor Vikram 32. Okay, it is a 32-bit microprocessor. Now let me tell you one very interesting thing. Countries like China and USA, they are using the microprocessor of around very thin 4 micron. Okay, and we are using very thick, we are still on 3240 micron chip. Okay, so we have to do a lot of work. Clear? Chalo. Just remember the name Vikram 32. Next is Engineers India Limited successfully completes India's first bamboo based biorefinery in Assam. So you can see here they are using bamboo to create oil. Okay, so first bamboo based biorefinery where they have inaugurated in Numaligarh, Assam. Now Numaligarh is already they have a biorefinery and an entire pipeline is running through it. Just remember, Engineers India Limited (EIL) they have created India's first bamboo based refinery where they have created in Numaligarh, Assam. This is your short notes. Why they want to do this? So again, this is a part of a broader mission. The mission is to become net zero by 2070. Okay. Again, ethanol blending in petrol, everything comes under this only. Alright. Chalo. Next is Cabinet approved 1500 crore incentive scheme to promote critical mineral recycling. Before reading the news, understand what is the critical mineral mission of India. So it was basically launched for 5 years from 2024 till the financial year 2030. Okay, and we want to secure the entire chain of critical minerals and to build domestic capacity in exploration. Why? Because right now South China Sea is one of the biggest hub of this critical mineral and China is doing a lot of work. So India has also launched this mission for 2024 and 2030. They have provided an outlay of 16,300 crore rupees for this. Okay, and they further want to increase it to 18,000 crore, right? So under this mission they want to increase India's domestic exploration capacity. Okay, and right now India is already undertaking more than 1200 projects, right? Also this will focus on recycling and circular economy. Got it? So what are these critical minerals? Minerals like cobalt, mineral like lithium. Your mobile phone battery is made up of lithium. Your laptop battery is made up of lithium. Okay. Now I'm giving you one homework. Please read about the lithium triangle. Which countries are the part of lithium triangle and in which continent it is situated? So Cabinet has approved 1500 crore incentive under the National Critical Mineral Mission. So we have read about the National Critical Mineral Mission. Okay. And it is going to cover e-waste, lithium ion batteries, catalytic converter. You don't have to remember this. Okay, just remember they have approved 1500 crore rupees. Yes, Argentina, Chile and Bolivia of South America. Okay, Argentina, Chile and Bolivia, like this the triangle is there and a lot big reserve of lithium is there. So this news is more about the National Critical Mineral Mission you should know about rather this particular news. Next is India's first vulture conservation portal launched in Assam. So which state has launched the first vulture conservation network? Assam. Okay. And the focus is on slender billed vulture. And it is as per the IUCN category, it is critically endangered species. So how many keywords? The name of the portal, vulture conservation portal, number 1, which state, Assam, and which vulture they are going to focus, the slender billed vulture. That's it, 3 keywords. Next is APIDA launched the Bharti initiative to support 100 agri-food startups. Right? So Bharti's initiative, it is related with what? It is related with agriculture based startups. How many? 100 startups. Who have launched? APIDA. APIDA is what? Agricultural Produce Export and Development Agency. Right? So please remember these 3 keywords, that is more than sufficient. Okay, it is the same thing is written here also. Okay, chalo. Again, the focus area is this what? GI tag. GI tag project. They want to export more and more GI tag project. Okay, chalo. Now, one very important news is this: Punjab leads Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024. See, Parakh is basically is a survey. Parakh is a survey. It is conducted by NCRT. Okay, this Parakh survey, and they talk about what? They talk about the learning outcomes in class 3rd, 6th and 9th. Okay, for class 3, 6 and 9. So under this survey, which state has topped? Punjab is at number 1. This is your short note for this. The same thing is written here, but I have simplified it into 4 keywords. That is the thing. That's how you consolidate. That's how you transform this entire chunk into this flowchart. Okay. So guys, after this, 2 or 3 more news are there. Okay. So I'll be uploading the PDF in my Telegram channel. So guys, those of you who are watching me for the first time, my Telegram channel is this, GA by Yash Sir. Okay. This is my Telegram channel. You can join this Telegram channel. I'll be sharing the class PDF in this particular channel. Okay. So guys, if you have enjoyed the session, if you have liked the session, do give me the like and do mention your comments in the comment box. Alright. In the next session, we'll be covering the other sections. Okay. Awards, agreement, those are mostly factual. This was the most, you can say, the lengthy session, because in this session, a lot of explanation is required. But the upcoming session, those will be more of a factual thing, that who has been appointed, where has been appointed, she has been appointed, who has won the award, books, author. So very factual things would be there. So, right. So this is it from my side, guys. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, have a great day and Jai Hind.